Imagine a secret. Not just any secret, but one so ancient its roots reach back to a time before history itself. Before the pyramids, perhaps before civilization was even born. A forbidden art whispered across millennia, a power that promised the impossible, to turn lead into gold and to grant eternal life. For thousands of years, the most powerful men on earth have hunted this knowledge. They have killed for it. They have died to protect it. Some say it was a gift from the gods. Others, that it was stolen from heaven. This knowledge unlocked the laws of the universe, mastery over matter itself, and the power to transform man into something greater. It was the forbidden knowledge. But it all began a long time ago. Not in a medieval lab, not in a sorcerer's den. It began with a man, or perhaps he was not a man at all. Perhaps he was a god. And the truth about him is darker and more shocking than any legend you've ever heard. This story is only the first link in a chain, one that reaches deep into the darkest corners of human knowledge. Witchcraft, secret societies, forbidden experiments defying death itself. Nothing you've been told is as it seems, it's a beautifully crafted lie. If, like me, you are haunted by the mysteries the world has chosen to forget, if you crave the truth hidden beneath centuries of lies, then this channel is your map, your guide, to a forbidden realm of knowledge. Subscribe now. Click the button, ring the bell, and don't miss a single link in this unfolding chain of secrets. Because what you're about to uncover in the next few minutes is only the beginning, and what comes next will forever change the way you see reality. To understand alchemy, you must meet its founding father, a figure so elusive that history and myth blur into a single impenetrable enigma. His name was Hermes Trismegistus, Hermes the thrice great. But who or what was he really? Imagine the Egyptian god Thoth, Lord of Wisdom, who with a single word could grant life or cast souls into oblivion at the weighing of hearts. He was not just a scribe but the demiurge, the architect of language and reality itself. Now layer upon him the Greek god Hermes, the winged messenger, the trickster, the god of thieves and boundaries. He could move freely between Olympus, the world of the living, and the underworld. Merge these two divine beings. What emerges is no longer a mere god, but a force powerful and dangerous, the architect of forbidden knowledge. A being who not only delivers messages but deciphers and bends the divine laws he carries. Thrice great, but why? It was a code, a sacred initiation formula. As king he held earthly power and dominion. As philosopher he possessed ultimate knowledge of the universe's laws. As priest he communed with the will of the gods. The question that has haunted scholars for centuries is the most dangerous of all. Did Hermes Trismegistus ever truly exist? Was he a sage of flesh and blood, a pharaoh or priest of a forgotten age, a mind so brilliant it was mistaken for divine? Or perhaps a survivor of Atlantis, carrying the wisdom of a world drowned in myth? Or an even darker possibility, was he a brilliant disguise? A name used by an ancient brotherhood, priests of Thoth, to collectively sign their most dangerous discoveries, hiding behind one mythic prophet, a secret brand before branding existed. His cult birthed an entire philosophical current, Hermeticism. Texts like the Corpus Hermeticum became the sacred Bible of Renaissance alchemists. But these writings were intentionally obscure, layered with meaning. They spoke of cosmology but truly described the journey within. They mentioned God, but meant universal consciousness. It was a coded language designed to evade persecution and reveal itself only to the true initiates, those with the eyes to see. Think about the power of that idea. For thousands of years, every alchemist, every sorcerer, every seeker of the dark, look to this name as the ultimate beacon. Hermes was, in the end, the one who dared to bring the light of heaven into the minds of men. And from that light, he forged one single, devastating testament, an instruction manual to become divine, a manuscript we would come to call the Emerald Tablet. This manuscript is the most powerful and mysterious text in all of alchemy, the Emerald Tablet, the Tabula Smaragdina. But forget everything you think you know. Legend says it was never written, but found. Discovered in the cold hand of a statue of Hermes, sealed within a buried chamber beneath an Egyptian temple, carved not on parchment, but upon a flawless emerald, etched with the point of a diamond. Imagine the hypnotic power of such an object. Yet the real danger is not in the stone, but in the 14 lines engraved upon it, a mental virus, an idea so potent it has consumed and destroyed the brightest minds in history. At its core lies a self-fulfilling prophecy: that which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to accomplish the miracles of the one thing. This is not poetry, it's a metaphysical equation. It means that the laws that move galaxies are the same laws that stir your darkest thoughts. The motion of planets doesn't merely mirror the beating of your heart, it actively shapes it. The structure of an atom is not a miniature solar system, but proof that everything is bound together in a single living organism. Alchemy, then, is not merely the art of turning metals into gold, it is the science of hacking reality itself. To transmute inner lead into spiritual gold is to rewrite the source code of your own soul. The sun is its father, the moon its mother. They are not celestial bodies. They are primordial forces, the solar masculine, willful and destructive, and the lunar feminine, receptive and dissolving. The alchemist must fuse these volatile principles within himself, an operation that can lead to enlightenment or madness. This is not a recipe, it is a code, a cryptic philosophical system binding the infinitely vast to the infinitely small. Extraordinary minds have tried to decipher it, for to understand it meant to hold the philosopher's stone itself. But the Emerald Tablet was not mere philosophy. It was an operative manual, a weapon, a living artifact, imbued with power beyond comprehension. Just a few centimeters of green stone, yet an entire universe of living symbols. Every mark an instruction, every word a code for those who could read beyond the visible, unlocking secrets hidden to the uninitiated. It is true without falsehood, certain and veritable. A declaration that begins the text tormenting the boldest minds for centuries, a spell binding the mind to accept its wisdom absolutely. Thus begins the text that has tormented the boldest minds for centuries. These opening words are not a statement. They are a spell of truth, a seal that forces the mind to accept the text as absolute dogma, bypassing all doubt and skepticism. Every phrase is a key, the key to the transmutation of matter, the balance between spirit and body, the sacred connection between heaven and earth, linking the cosmic to the personal, the macrocosm to the microcosm. Some claim the tablet hides a mathematical code based on the golden ratio, a sequence describing the divine proportion of the universe. A ciphered message meant to survive the ages, decipherable only by an advanced civilization like ours. Alchemists and philosophers have attempted to decode it for centuries, obsessing over each cryptic line as if the universe itself spoke through the words. Newton did not merely translate it. He was obsessed. He spent more time on these 14 lines than on his principles of physics, convinced they held the key to unifying all forces of nature. His manuscripts overflow with paranoid annotations as if the text itself were watching him in return. Medieval occultists like Arnaldo de Villanova, believed that decoding it could not only control reality but also summon and bind elemental entities. It was no longer philosophy but theurgy, ceremonial magic to manipulate the fabric of the divine itself. Darker legends tell of the green fire. Not a physical flame but a state of alchemical consciousness. A direct perception of the universe's vital flow, capable of transmuting matter with a mere gaze. A power that, according to the texts, could sear the mind of the unprepared, leaving them catatonic. And the symbols? The Ouroboros devouring its own tail is not just the eternal return. It symbolizes the self-destruction necessary for rebirth. To access true knowledge, one must first consume their old self. The Rebis, the androgynous being, is not a simple union. It is the creation of a sacred entity, one that has transcended gender and human laws, becoming something entirely otherworldly. These were not mere decorations. They were warnings. They were instructions etched in time and space for the daring to follow. Concrete clues for achieving the great work, the perfect harmony between man and the universe, a sacred alignment guiding the soul's transformation. The tablet does not reveal its secrets to those who study it superficially. It reveals them to those willing to die symbolically, to merge with the cycle of decay and rebirth of the universe, a process many alchemists described as an inner hell. And perhaps this is why many perished under mysterious circumstances, poisoned by their own experiments or driven to madness by the overwhelming knowledge. Because the ultimate knowledge of the Emerald Tablet is not just power. It is a pact with the devil. A pact in which the price to pay is your very humanity, a covenant that tests the limits of the soul and the courage of the mind. But knowledge of this magnitude could never remain harmless. The legacy of Hermes is a shockwave that has traveled through the centuries, leaving profound, often dark consequences in its wake. Because this is not philosophy. It is a weapon of total liberation. And weapons, power either seizes them or destroys them. Imagine the danger. If the common man had understood that the universe and himself are one, that by reshaping his inner world he could rewrite external reality, every system of control would have crumbled. Kings, popes, and emperors would have become irrelevant. For this reason, for millennia, the powers that be hunted down alchemists. They were not merely eccentrics. They were the intellectual terrorists of their era. The Inquisition did not burn witches, it burned alchemical libraries. Giordano Bruno was not executed for his cosmology, but for his Hermetic ideas on an infinite universe and the divinity of man. The Ars Regia was heresy because it removed the intermediary. It proclaimed that salvation and power were a birthright, to be earned through the sweat of one's mind, not begged on bended knee. Man could achieve perfection and salvation on his own, through knowledge, without divine intercession. And we are not talking only about the famous names. Think of Nicholas Flamel, whose life was shrouded in mystery, or Maria Prophetissima, the legendary female alchemist, whose existence survives only in fragments within medieval texts. Many vanished mysteriously or were forced to live in the shadows, leaving behind cryptic manuscripts and indecipherable symbols. This bloodline is no coincidence. It is a conspiracy of knowledge. The Eleusinian mysteries, Pythagoras, the Cathars, the Rosicrucians, the Freemasons, are not separate sections. They are links in the same underground chain, the cursed guardians of the divine seed. They secretly shape the world, embedding their symbolism at the heart of power, like the all-seeing eye on the dollar pyramid, a clear Hermetic symbol. They may have won, but only by hiding in plain sight. It is forbidden knowledge that has quietly shaped the world, an invisible thread connecting power, knowledge, and secrecy. But the true power of this knowledge does not lie in gold or experiments. It is in inner transformation. Every alchemist who faced the Emerald Tablet and the Ars Regia walked a fine line between light and darkness. Those who dared too much risked losing themselves, consumed by their own thirst for knowledge. Those who persevered emerged transformed, more aware, more powerful, more human. And here comes the most shocking question of all, a question that may be spinning through your mind at this very moment. What if your quest for meaning, your desire to improve yourself, to surpass your limits and your shadows, is nothing more than a modern, unconscious form of inner alchemy? The great work, the process of transmutation, is it not the same as our personal journey toward a better version of ourselves? Today, this legacy survives as inner alchemy. Practices of introspection, meditation, personal development, and deep psychology are, in a sense, the final attempts to transmute inner lead into spiritual gold. Hermes did not speak only of chemistry. He was mapping the human soul itself. And today his voice does not echo only in our confused souls. It has become a weapon of mass distraction. Consider marketing, using alchemical symbols to sell you an illusion of transformation with a perfume or a pair of shoes. Secret societies are no longer in basements. They sit on corporate boards. They use the same knowledge not to elevate but to control. The greatest deception of modern Hermeticism? Making us believe it is merely a memory of the past. But the true dark legacy of Hermes is this: his knowledge is more alive than ever. It has merely been corrupted. It has been turned into a tool to build golden prisons, while deep within ourselves, we continue searching for the key to the very cell in which we are locked. But every light, sooner or later, risks going out. The knowledge of Hermes, that divine seed, was too powerful, too dangerous for a world ruled by ignorance, dogma, and fear. It needed a refuge, a bastion, a safe house, a lighthouse where all the traditions of the world could converge and thrive, far from the hands of fools and tyrants. And that house is not a legend. It truly existed. Imagine a place where every form of knowledge intertwined. Egyptian scrolls filled with arcane formulas, Greek manuscripts of philosophy and mathematics, Persian texts on medicine and astronomy, Indian works on alchemy and spirituality. Where the wisdom of ancient peoples met and conversed, creating knowledge so vast and powerful it seemed immortal. A true lighthouse of pure wisdom in the heart of the ancient world. A place so powerful that its very existence was a threat. Its destruction would not have been merely an act of physical violence, but a crime against humanity itself, an erasure of centuries of knowledge, secrets, and insights that could have changed the world. And like all things too precious and too fragile, its end was tragic. Its destruction was one of the greatest crimes against knowledge in history, changing the course of civilization forever. Flames, collapses, mysterious fires, perhaps accidental, perhaps deliberate, perhaps orchestrated by those who feared knowledge too powerful to be left in human hands. Where was it located? What ancient secrets were lost forever in its flames? Which manuscripts, rituals, and alchemical formulas vanished from human memory? The answer? We will discover it in the next video. We will cross the threshold of the most cursed and coveted place for every seeker of truth, the legendary lost library of Alexandria. Some manuscripts contain formulas that could have changed the world, if they had not been reduced to ashes. We will discover what was destroyed forever in its flames. We will follow the thread of this knowledge that nearly perished and meet the men who fought to save it. This story does not end here. It is only the beginning, because the story we know is only half the story, and what comes next could forever change the way you view the world and knowledge. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and prepare to cross the gates of forbidden knowledge. The journey into the dark side of history has only just begun.